What it is, folks, what it is. Knaf Halics number 12 it is. Might have some folks drop in here and there. Last report we heard, Backpack is at the hospital expecting a little one. So he might pop in. He sent some messages here and there, but I think it's Friday. It's been pretty hectic in his world. Brian should be joining us here. I've seen a lot of folks in here early on Marco, Ground Fog. Oh, Homer, Louie. Been a pretty good week. A lot dropping next week. Trying to think where to start. Backpacks package finally made it in this week. Got to look at some different blades. I guess start with the Tuya Envy. Man, that I don't think it camera picks up just how good that carbon fiber looks. That copper carbon fiber. Of course, it's been sitting there getting fidgeted all afternoon. Man, she is a looker. And smooth to boot. Pretty nice in and out of the pocket. Up. What's up, Rocky Mountain? And he finally got in here. Looked like he had a damn haircut.
Me? No.
Wearing the risque neck knife, I see.
Yep. You know, in case you trip, you gotta be willing to gamble.
If you know how to walk. Man, it's been a hectic afternoon. I decided to, I think I was on Everyday Blades on Facebook. And, man, everybody in the secondary is sell right now. I guess they're trying to get cash in hand for 2024 drops or something. But everybody is trying to sell, at top value. And, I mean, it's just, I don't think nothing's moving like that. So then I started one just looking for straight up trades. And, man, it has blowed my damn phone up with folks. But, man, sometimes the trade market is a little fickle. It's a little rough because everybody's stuff is worth gold and yours ain't worth shit. I mean, that's just how it kind of goes.
Well, that and you come from the backpack trade school, so.
Yeah. Man, you were right, Louie. The carbon fiber on that Envy is it is not the only one I've ever seen that was close that I got to handle was I think it was a Ferrum Forged. No, maybe it was. It was a Ferrum Forge that had some good looking carbon fiber. If I could spit that shit out.
Man, say it 3 times fast.
Yeah, no, I'll end up passing out, busting a blood vessel in my head. Now I've seen some that's got the they're calling it aluminum foil carbon fiber. I'd like to see some of that. I bet it's got some nice bling to it. No coffee tonight, folks. No coffee tonight.
So I got the package in from you with the G Tonto.
Man, I'm
cool.
telling you, it's a nice little carry. I don't think I would work carry it, but that's definitely a Sunday knife.
Yeah, this would be a good apple knife.
Oh yeah, man, there's nothing better than a good knife, a good sweet apple, and giving somebody advice that they don't want.
And I was crazy. I'm pretty surprised in this thing.
Man, it surprised me. It's kind of like that big swinging gate action, but it's pretty
This
nice. It's just
I put up. Yeah, this thing feels tough, like a off grid.
It's got kind of like a.
This damn thing is robust.
Yeah, I'd feel pretty comfortable working it. I mean, it gave itself a thumbs up.
Yeah, I saw that.
And you can make a pretty sharp scale to go on the front of
it. They did a really nice job on that scale, though. Actually,
and it's four-way pocket clip. Which, I mean, I understand some folks really don't, but there's a lot of guys out there that still want that availability to be able to. Some people enjoy a tip down or a tip up carry, and they might want to carry it left or right handed. It's nice to have those options. I mean, ZT used to always have them on it.
Yeah, I'm never going to choose to have the tip. You know, what do they call that? Tip down carry. That was supposed to be a tactical thing. I don't like it, but
yeah, I've heard that from folks back and forth about and seen it in some chats where guys are going to bat and it's the end of the world and they're fighting tooth and nail over who's right. At that point, man, it's all preference. And most of the knives they're fighting over, I wouldn't even consider a self-defense type knife. If you're worried about self-defense, honestly, if I was carrying it for self-defense, I might go either probably a fixed blade Emerson, or I mean, a fixed blade or an Emerson, or I'd go OTF. But
if they got rid of that off of the blade and that off of the clip and just made like an RC pivot, like a rose,
yeah,
the emblem that they have with the RC. I don't mind the designer mark on the back. That doesn't look bad.
Cool designer mark.
I accept that, but they're right there with Olight. They're just too much billboarding.
Well, see, even that little.
But for a work knife, this thing is a beast. And it's got a good edge on it.
Well, that little.
With that Tano, you can do some chisel work too. You can scrape.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's a good blade shape. Feels solid in your hand. But I mean, Rosecraft does it on everything because even the Beaver Creek Barlow. So you've got the big crest on the Barlow part here, and then you've got Rosecraft on the blade again, right above it, and then you've got the maker's mark, which you can just barely see it in blade steel. But I mean, they could have left this off because I mean, you're going to see that, but. They're billboard happy. I mean,
for some reason it looks cleaner on that traditional than it does on.
Yeah,
Tonto,
because this is just etched in. That's got like a holographic.
Yeah.
Like backlay to it or something.
And then the package from Backpack showed up, and this was in it.
So now you got
pretty funny. Yeah, I'm starting to get a theme going with some of my real steels.
See, now
And it goes really good with my Kubi.
Man, something about that black and brass looks good. Yeah. Felt it
My
there.
damn hands right in the way. Can't see anything. But
Yeah, those match out pretty good, man. That's a solid little carry there. Felt is said to be more concerned about which knife you can get to if you're on the ground. You know, that's I don't know. I just I never really think of my pocket knife as a self-defense tool. I really don't.
I have a few on me that are for self-defense.
I've started.
This thing's usually in a good spot to get to.
I've kind
in
of
case I can't get to my pistol.
I mean, I thought about the like maybe a karambit or something here and there, but
Swordfish. Everybody should check this thing out.
Those have been around for a minute.
Yep.
Let's see.
The other thing in his, at least knife-wise, in his package was this bad boy.
Yeah, let me flip this here. I didn't show that beast of burden off there.
Finally got me pushing a Kaiser.
He did it, man. He wheels in on you. He got you.
I'm a big fan of the Towser too, but it's older, so I haven't been. But yeah, I like this. I'd like to find out if I can get a gold stud to put where the purple one is. Then I'd probably put some gold Cerakote into the grooves so it's purple and gold.
Now, is that just a preference, or are you going for a team color?
I'd be Vikings. Some people would probably think Lakers, but the Lakers have the come from Minnesota. So.
Now, talk about the backpack specials here. I got my hands on this beast. The was it Paramore?
Oh, that's pretty sweet looking. I like that blade a lot.
The blade and the action's great. I'm not usually, single deployment, but man, that thing slams on that front flipper. Great acoustics. It feels good. It's a small carry. It's a little bit smaller than I guess I'm getting used to and wanting. But I don't understand. I was gonna research tomorrow because I've heard some things here. I guess they're discontinuing that model. They're not gonna make it anymore, which is pretty sad because I dig it. Even with the different color my card inlays there, kind of sets it apart. I dig it. It's a great little knife. I was after him because I just like the looks of it sitting there.
I haven't said hi to anybody yet in the chat.
What's
up, everybody?
At the beginning.
Hey, Marco, Homer, Louie, Rocky.
I think there's some lurkers out there. But yeah, it was got that little floating back spacer. Pretty good clip. But yeah, I don't understand the deal. I've got to research some. What's up, Joseph? Now I do have video of what Backpack carried the first time when he thought that he was fixing to be daddy again. Let me see here. I had it pulled up. Share this one instead. Click, click, click. Bam. So you can see that the first trip that they made to the hospital, what's up, CPM? He was devoed out.
Carbon fiber too, man.
Yeah. And you would almost think he has some kind of inside Iggy because he has a knife in his possession. He must have traveled through time. Because this bad boy right here in the middle is that new mash that I've decided that's the one I am going to sit on the Devo site. I'm camping out.
That's the one I'm going for.
Because everything else I've got, you know, Devo, I love, but everybody else was talking about the carbon fiber in the growler. So I don't.
Well, that's the other thing too is look at his growler. That's not. Those aren't out yet either, which is funny because they're actually selling them. But he made his with the blade off of the white scale and the carbon fiber handle.
Yeah, and then
the new drops, you're actually going to be able to buy it like that.
And see, I didn't even know that they had the gnarled. He loves when I say that, the gnarled scales for the buzz in the black. Because I mean, I managed to finally squeeze this out of him, and I had to lynch clip it up, but I didn't.
Yeah, you went on a whole lynch clip escapade there.
Yeah, I bought stock in. I bought stock in them, and I've yet to see any net return other than titanium.
What's up, Cheeto? What's up, CPM? What's up, Joseph?
Bandito.
I'm thinking about throwing the black blade on the aluminum.
I think it would look good. I mean, I still carry mine's a user. I mean, it doesn't just get, you know, case to photo to back to case. Mine gets used. I think that's a great user knife. It just feels good for hard use tasks. And I bet that carbon fiber is way better.
Yeah, I definitely want to get the carbon fiber.
Because let's see, because there's
So you know he's been distracted with this babies thing coming. So another thing in that pack he sent me was this cool little flashlight, right? So I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And there's no battery in it. And it's a tiny little rechargeable. So I don't know what it is. But then there was also in the pack this USB-C charger type thing with the green light on it when you plug it into the USB that I had no idea, and it didn't connect to anything, and it doesn't connect to the light. I'm like, I think he sent me a camera hoping I'd plug this thing in my bedroom or something, right? But I talked to him, and he's like, I didn't send you that battery, and he's like, that green light with the USB-C, that charges the battery. I'm like, so you didn't even have the damn thing the battery connected to the charger. You should have sent me everything without it. But
man, he's been scatterbrained bad, which I understand. He's fixing to hit daddy number 2. What's that?
It is a letter stamp that he sent me in the package. But I think I could use this, get it hot as brand B's onto some Ferro rods.
Yeah, man, you definitely do that. Throw a like a small kind of handle on it or something, or grip it with some vice grips, and then
What I'd probably do is put it in the fire and just get the whole thing hot, and then grab it with like channel locks and lock it so it's nice and secure. Line it up and just press it into the wood.
you might as well take the chance to show off a couple. I did the link for your Etsy is in the description of the live.
Oh, cool.
So
So I had my first Etsy sale. Stab and Troy bought one. It's going to be this one.
I'm digging them. We got to get these moving now. From Britt's Blade.
Here's one that's available. I made two, kind of with what he said, and gave him the choice of which one he wanted. But
those are those the big ones?
no, those are the regular,
normal size, and then you've got the bushcrafting. That's what I was going to say. At Britt's, he had talked about getting some to pair with some of his bushcrafting knives.
So here's a bushcrafter.
I'd like to see somebody wear one of them out.
There's people that would. And then here's the same style in the regular. And then this is EDC size.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to put one of them on the side of a slip.
Yeah, I'm talking to Lancelot about that. I want to see if I can get one of his slips with a loop on the side.
Yeah, something like that. And you can just...
Yep, so it'll go on the side, and then it'll have a front pocket to put the striker, and then you'll be able to carry your traditional in the slip.
What's up, Josh? Man, if y'all throw some a carry in there, what'd you carry today? Don't give me none of this. I carried $17,000 worth of knives today. Carry, folks. I've seen that crap. I know some of y'all are just full of it. But what knife did you carry today that you really enjoyed on your Saturday? I like that. What's that on the top of it? Is it G10 or?
Yep, polished G10.
You got to, you know, you got to do one in titanium. Oh, look at there. Josh throwed it up. Man, I got to get that frack and that Devo nip. I've got a nip that I enjoy it, but I just don't carry it that much. I like it as a desk knife. It's a good looking wood.
Yeah, dude, some of this stuff is going to be crazy.
Now, I want to get my hands on that frack because the blade shape on that is interesting to me.
Yeah, I want the frack. For the purple lovers, they're going to like this.
Louis packed Military 2 with the S110V with a fresh edge on it. Man, I was now in Backpack's package, one of the trades was a PM2. And I got to beat, man, that is I'm enjoying the shit out of that knife.
That is amazing worker. The PM2 is.
It is. It's something I think I'm just going to pack and just beat the hell out of. Looky here, man. There's a regular old damn celebrity in the house tonight. The Pond River. Carl says, man, this is, he's calling me Big Doug. That's the big boy right there. And I tell you, you won't fuck with nobody with a catfish tattooed on their forearm. I'm just saying. Somebody that's sporting a giant catfish on their forearm, you don't want to roll with them. Good old boy. Good old boy. But yeah, it's a little bit of everything. That PM2 is a beater for sure. And then I've been messing with this damn thing that Mayhem, that backpack set, that Vosteed with the compression lock on it. And man, I like it. It's kind of on the heavy side. I don't think I'd really carry it. I don't understand the hoopla about the change in grind there. I mean, I guess it could be useful, but it feels good and hand solid. No blade play. It is a little bit of a heavy. It's a big boy. And it just so happens, it's funny. Because let me see. A fellow that is a new friend of the channel, he had offered to send a couple blades out to check out. And in his package he sent this one that has a little bit of work done to it. And I've got to say, I like that ano on this one.
Yeah, that makes a bit of a difference on that knife.
Yeah, it does. And I mean, there's a little bit of like rock work here where it's smooth on this one. And it ups the game on this thing tremendous here. Yeah, Mr. I guess I was looking back to make sure he wasn't one that was like, oh, don't say nothing. But hell, if he gets mad, he'll get mad. It's a Chad Nichols. I met him on in the group.
What's up, Tori?
And it makes this whole thing feel better. I mean, the whole handle rides better. It is a drastic improvement. And it is old lady approved. She's like, ooh, that one's pretty.
So
and,
if she's giving you the side eye because you're making too much noise or something, and you actually happen to be using a pretty knife, do you get a little more leeway?
Maybe. Actually, it's funny. So I take Backtack's package out and I'm looking through it at the kitchen table. And I've got that Vanish, that real small slip joint. It's in there. I'll have to run and grab it in a second. But I was like, yeah, it's pretty sharp. It's not. And she was looking at it. It's got that pattern on it, that Shagria pattern. And she's looking at it and opens it and then goes to close it and goes, I think it pinched me. I said, it didn't pinch you. And it took a little chunk out of her damn finger. I had to go get her a Band-Aid. No more slip joints for her. She cannot handle slip joints. But have you ever seen the Concept Goblin? I think that's what this is.
I saw your post with it, and I liked it when you showed it in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that design on that blade. I've seen the budget version of that. I think I've looked at one.
And I
that or it wasn't the budget, and that's why I didn't get it. That's a cool looking shape.
I was reading the chat real quick. Louis talking about getting the frag with the frag pattern. Yeah, there's no other way I'd have it. I'd have to have that frag for sure. I'm a junkie for that. But man, this Goblin, and it's probably some. I mean, I have to hit him up for who did the ano work on that, but the camera just don't catch it good enough. But Man, I might have to hold this one hostage because it is a guillotine. It will just drop. That's probably one of the best concepts that I have handled. And I dig it. Big giant hole. The blade works great.
I just ordered my first expensive concept.
I'm definitely going to have to look in it because the anno work on that thing is sickening. And it's got a little bit of a chipped. It's not perfectly smooth on the surface. That again was another one that Mama said was pretty. But man, I've got to think.
That is a sharp looking knife. I like the textured look on that finish.
Yeah, it almost looks like water. And I've got to say, man, it is done up great. I've got to thank him a million times for sending that out. He sent 3 blades. And then there is the nurse. I think we makes these. It's at Gavcon.
Gavco?
Yeah, Gavco. I guess like the nurse shark. Got a little gill action there, but these are textured. And it's got a little speed hole action there. It's a little bit smaller than I thought they would be. You know how it is when you're looking at knives online. And even though it's got the specs, it don't settle in. But I kind of dig it. It's a small carry. Wish it was a little bit bigger, but they all can't be 7-inch blades. So that is, I think that's right. Tori said something. It was that is the Goblin XL. And I'm gonna have to get one to add to my stuff if I can't try to trade him into something. Will definitely be the route I take.
Man, can't believe you didn't bite on the comment I said about ordering my first expensive concept.
Well, I was waiting for you to elaborate. I thought maybe you had fell and hit your head at some point today when you was in the shop.
No, that's who's making KC's new knife.
Oh yeah, KC's knife dropped, didn't it?
I got one of those storm cloud ones, the all black.
Man, I was definitely in the not sure what to do at this point. That's the small goblin? How big is the damn XL? This is small?
I think that's the regular, but
man, I'll have to do a little bit more looking on it. Now I really got to figure out about the XL. So let's see, man. Are they still open? Because I heard him say something. Look, there's only two left of the blacked out version.
Yeah, I like that one.
Still 16 of the blue sky version.
Well, there were a lot more of the blue sky, so that means a ton of those have sold.
Yeah, I figured if he was ordering, he ordered heavy on blue anyway. I mean, if you have to be under a rock. I've got to think about it real quick and figure out. But yeah, I think, man, I kind of like the silver lining. I don't know, that blacked out is nice. And as always, if you don't own.
What's up, Terry?
If you don't own a microburst, what is wrong with you?
I own a few. Love
I
that.
mean, how could you not own one of these? I mean, a great everyday carry. This will probably get battled with the PMT.
So then when the MASH 2.5 drops, I'll be getting. Hopefully, I'll get the black carbon fiber on that. And
So we can go ahead
I
and
think
bring.
I'll end up seeing if the MASH 2.0 black blade will go on it, and I'll make that all black, like my practice. And then I'll have a blue with satin for my 2.0. But I still like my 1 the most.
On the Devo site, you've got 3 versions: the carbon fiber, the flame titanium, and then the bronze.
Yep.
And then you got to go over to Blade Binge to get the blacked out version.
That drops 1 day earlier, and it's blacked out, except for it's got like a teal pivot collar and which is cool. But I want the carbon fiber.
Yeah, man, I think that's exactly. And I've got the carbon fiber, and then I'm already trying to scrounge around because that will need a lynch clip.
Oh yeah,
that will need one.
But like I said, I got quite a few of the mashes, so I'll take the black blade off of this 2.0, put it on that carbon fiber, and that'll be pretty sick. If they work, if there's, I don't think there'll be any kind of issue where the 2.0 and 2.5 blades won't work.
I don't think so. I think it's all the same. That's the sad part. I don't have a mash.
There was a little bit of a difference between the version 1 and the 2.0. So I wouldn't be able to swap these. Not that I'd have to. They're both black. But I think I'll easily be able to do the 2.0 onto the carbon fiber.
Yeah, but I bet that belt satin looks good.
Oh, it will, but this blue is nice, right? Yeah. So then I'll have blue with belt satin. Look at that, huh? The blue is kind of, it'll make them fit together a little better.
And there's still buzz, folks. There's still buzzes out there, which is probably one of my favorite premium knives in my collection that I'll actually carry.
Yeah, Tori, the carbon fiber one, I think they said is 2.5 ounces total.
Yes, sir. 2.5 OZ. Lightweight thing, man. I just think it's going to be probably it's the one I'm after. At first, I was kind of looking at that the bronzed one, but I don't want the black blade. I want that belt satin. And thought about the flame titanium, but I think on titanium, I'm pretty much it's gray or raw.
I think those flame titaniums look awesome, but they snail trail bad.
That's what I've heard some folks saying. I haven't really, I haven't had one to carry. The only flamed one I have is it's a tiger stripe. Oh, and but it's not Kubi. It's Best Tech.
Yeah, well, all the ones I've heard about are the Kubi flame tie that get the snail trail.
But see, there's another one. I mean, this one will get a. I know I'm not doing any hard work today, so I'll carry that because I don't want to that's one of my favorite Todd knifing tools there. And then I've got that that Roxy that's got kind of the snow tiger, I guess. It's just barely can see the tiger stripes in it.
Yeah, I like that. That's a cool blade too. I like that shape.
TRKT, man, it does it every time.
Yeah, that thing's cool.
I'm gonna have to load all my damn stuff back up in the case. I've had everything out. I see that these are being discontinued. This style.
Well, I got one now, so.
I saw that on the White Mountain deal of the day, and I think they're sold out now. But these are getting discontinued. So
titanium one.
They had them at $114. It's probably Kaiser's. Well, one of Kaiser's best. That thing is just. So now that one's really can't get carried. I mean, I got to keep it nice. I mean, I might be able to trade it to something really good someday. Really good.
It's discontinued because they've sold so many that they know they can't sell anymore.
Yeah, they're not selling anymore.
So, the market's not like unsaturated, buddy.
Thanks. They just took all the wind out of my damn sails.
Just what I'm saying is use it, enjoy it.
Yeah, it's hard for me to use some of them because I don't feel I don't feel bad about beating up the microburst because I've already kind of beat on it some, and you know I acid washed it myself. Tactical Terry throwed the anoing on it on the hardware for me. I beat on that one. And then I've got a couple Ashers I beat on pretty hard and heavy.
I use the heck out of this in the finish on the stonewash finish on that blade doesn't show anything.
No, that is one of the best. But that still gets pretty heavy use too. So I never did put a lynch clip on this one, though. That still got one of the best actions. I remember when I first ordered it and got one. It was just still surprised the shit out of me when I took it straight out of the box, and it was just dead on right out the gate.
Yeah,
44 in. So don't forget on the 8th, Devos are dropping, folks. And then backpack had another one. He shared a picture real quick, I guess, as he was on his way back to the hospital again, of what he grabbed to run to the hospital, and had a little I think that's that's a giant mouse. Was it Debo, I think? I'm not too familiar with the giant mouses. And then you've got some Vero action there. And I'm not sure what the end is there. Looks familiar. I hope he's watching or somebody. But
if it was in his pocket, you know it's fire. I mean,
yeah, he's not. He's not carrying junk. Regardless of price, he's not carrying junk. And then he made the statement that I'm guessing while he's at the hospital, he buys a knife. But he still hadn't told us what knife it was that he bought. So we were supposed to holler and see if anybody had any guesses of what knife that he bought while he's sitting, I guess bought it on his phone in the hospital.
I've got to guess.
I think I thrown one out there. I said something about a quiet carry.
I mean, it could be anything, right? But if you think about what just came up that he could order or buy, and it's the same thing I think that I bought, and I think there's 2 left.
So you think that he bought the Storm Cloud Fractus?
I think it's pretty possible. I mean, KC's one of the boys. He's definitely a supporter.
Ooh, Tori had it too, man. That Mini Tempest come out, didn't it? That's another one there.
If it's a knife, it fits into B's taste, kind of. You know, I mean, he loves knives, so any of the good stuff that drop, it could be anything.
Because I'm with Tori.
We know he's not waiting in line for the carbon fiber Mash 2.5. That's a given. Hey, Doug, put your thumb down.
Oh, is it just thumbing up? Yeah. I saw Lefty, Kev throwed it out. I watched his video. I kind of like this blade. And then you pick front flipper or standard flipper. I mean, you'd have to go front flipper just off the fact that.
See, that's the other reason I don't think it's one of those. It's because if you watch Kev's video, he bought one of each because he didn't know which one he's going to like. Who does he know is already on board to buy the one that he doesn't like? Backpack. So I think the one that Kev doesn't decide to keep is going to Brent.
Oh, it'd be a good one there. We'll have to.
That's why I'm sticking with the one of the practices, and I'm going to say the Storm Cloud. But unless he at least chimes in or something, we won't know till.
Yeah, we won't know until we
down the line.
Tori, you were dead on about that. It's I don't know how many times we've been chit chatting, and all I can think of is I just want to go to his shop with a sleeping bag, a large pizza, and a 2-liter of Surge. Yeah, the shipwreck, you can't even see a picture of it when you click on it. I didn't get to see it. I guess it was nope, there it is. Man, that does look pretty good.
Gone quick, huh?
Yeah, evidently it's already gone. Yeah, it's gone, both of them. Bowie, the Bowie blade, or the drop point. I think the dark matter will be the one that hangs around for a minute. I mean, I like dark matter, but compared to the other two, it is it's the least. Went with the clip point. Terry's on it too, man. Man, that 80s fat carbon is slick. I like it.
Tori said he got his shipwreck flipper today.
Yep. I kept figuring he might peep in. You see him in chat. Might see him pop in. And then I've carried this around the house a lot this week and cannot get enough of it. But that damn Sparrow is probably my favorite piece. That is the biggest piece of damn Magna cut. This was a Christmas present. Had to wait until January to get.
Hey, some things are worth waiting for, right?
Yeah, I got in on the pre-order. I would love to know on the custom side of one of his, maybe someday, but man, this thing is and then they had some drop at Blade HQ, and I guess those sold out in no time. And the sad part is they're on the secondary, and I think the pre-order was like 3-something, 330, 360, something like that. They're already on the secondary. I've seen a couple for like 450, 500, and people are buying them. I mean, if you can get it to pull, good luck to you. But I think you'll miss having it if you have one. What classic movie monster works with 80s fat carbon? Man, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Little Monsters. Y'all remember that movie?
He said horror, not comedy.
Man, that's horror. Little Monsters. Movie was awesome, man. Had those wild looking, had this beast in it. Tell me, 80s carbon works with that.
I think you're right. It does work.
That movie scared the shit out of me when I was little. They're trying to keep him in that underground. Maurice. See, that worked because what Maurice the monster in it or something? I'm telling you. And nobody will ever get it. It'll take everybody. Only old heads will get that one. But another one that B sent was new this week. I got my hands on was the Relative. And that falls into this black and gold. I removed myself instead of adding it. And I have the Nimble. And it's pretty nice right here. But I think I do. I think B was right on that. I think I prefer the Relative. I got the Nimble X. You've got to go to a special school to understand all the damn EMP EDC knives. The Nimble X, and then the Relative, man, I kind of and I like B backpack was pretty right about that. You don't have the 4-way, don't have the back flipper on the Relative, but it does have that gnarly looking blade. Yeah, it was owned by Howie. And Beetlejuice works well too, Tori. But yeah, Howie Mandel, where he's but now he's a germaphobe, but he was a nasty monster covered in gross stuff. So and yes, Beetlejuice too, man. That the whole way it's shot and everything. Oh, man. But
Yeah, Beetlejuice would be good.
G-Ball's a big fan of EMP EDC, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think he's justifying that one. I've got to say, I'm getting there myself. I like the stuff I've handled. I do like the stuff I've handled. Now the wear knives that I've seemed to be able to handle, they're just not hitting the. This one does better than the Wolf. The Wolf just was too delicate and small in my hand feeling. But the Lucas P's pretty solid. That acid wash blade is pretty nice. It'll hide some marks pretty well. And it's got that nice, I'm kind of a fan of that micarta. The micarta that almost feels like leather. Gonna dig that. Oh, Terry called it. Look, he said it. Beetlejuice would be toxic fat carbon all day. You dead on with that one. Yep. Oh, and then you could do another one, the Beetlejuice. And then you could also do like the sandworms with something that was like stormtroopered out. And then that brings me to a nice segue into the stormtrooper, into this giant dagger blade that I got.
Yeah, I saw that thing. That thing's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, and then because
Tori's got the toxic one down.
Man, I like Swamp Thing. So I got confused on it because I thought it was the Nestor, and it's actually the Parrot, and the difference between the two are blade grinds. But this thing is huge. And then you're asking yourself, what is this madness down here? It is a pin that screws out and goes in here to fix blade this bitch. So now you're not releasing it. Because it passes through and ties the frames to the blade. And it's not a button lock. It's a compression lock. So or they're calling it a top line lock.
What steel is that?
D2. I think with as big as it is, that's what you're going to get is D2. But D2 coated like this, and their coating lasts pretty well, even on the.
You don't got to sell me on D2. I like D2. I'm just glad they finally stepped up from HCR a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean this thing has got a razor edge on it. I'm telling you, look how much when you choke up on it and you use the finger choil, how much damn handle's sticking out of it. I ain't even looked up. What does the damn thing measure? I got my little mat here, clean off some shit. So
Well, let me know when you're getting rid of that one. I'll take a look at that.
it's got to be about 10 1/4. Open. And it drops. I would not want my finger in the way when that big heavy son of a bitch comes down. But I thought, I thought at first it was a button lock, but no, it's their version of a compression lock, top liner lock, however you want to put it. And man, it locks up great. And then I like that little fixed blade option. Only thing that would make it perfect if I had a thumb stud, because I like to have something other than a flipper. I mean, you can flick it, but that thing is beast. I'm gonna carry it a little bit and give it a run around and see how it does and see how well that beast carries. But yeah, no, it'll definitely send it out to you to take a look at it. Do a couple of videos because I pestered them. They sent it to me, so it's I'm gonna send it around. Maybe get like Stabby on Instagram. I sent her a couple to look at, and I'm just gonna try to pass some around because dagger is not something that a lot of people get their hands on. It's not exactly on the most popular list, and I'm fond of their work.
I just don't like the only store that sells them.
Well, now it's at you can get them at Atlantic, but
Ooh, another one I really like.
Yeah, I haven't ordered nothing there, but they do have decent pricing. I've seen here and there, but just nothing that pop. I'm just a damn White Mountain knives junkie.
So am I.
But yeah, there's the Nestor and the Parrot are about the same. It just comes down to blade grind. But I'm gonna research it, do a little bit more. And I think that is a straight up Rusky knife there. I think that's made over there. It's part of the more series. So I mean, this is about $100 knife. But 10 inches of damn blade. Them handles will get dirty way too damn quick, though.
Be a nice dye job.
Oh, yeah, you could sweeten them up. What knife retailers? Man, my favorite to go to is White Mountain. That's probably on my when you pull up Google on the computer. White Mountain or Knife Center. That's the only places I've usually do business with.
90% of the time, for me, it's White Mountain. And then occasionally there's an Amazon purchase. I can't even say 90% because I buy a lot directly from Kubi.
Yeah, that's the thing about Kubi. You've almost got to. Because they come. It's like everybody else gets them after they're kind of hot. But Knife Center, the reason I'll go there is straight up because of David C. Because I just enjoy their videos, man. I watch them every week. The new knives on Thursday, and I like their the way they present. And they do have some decent sales from time to time. They've got a lot
Put
of
your
stuff.
thumb down.
I don't know why I keep doing that. I tried to get Lefty to throw out balloons the other day because I don't think I've seen him do that.
What was that? Double thumbs again?
No. Double thumbs, fireworks, peace signs.
Oh,
No,
there
that's
you go.
graffiti.
Yeah. Single. You got to have your fingers forward.
That is okay. So we're down on that. We understand that one. David C. Anderson. I don't know why I paused on his, but those are probably the YouTube videos I watch the most, which you see because I'm constantly posting myself. Yeah, man.
I do miss Blue Mountain.
See, I didn't.
Or Blue Creek.
Yeah, Blue Creek. I've got stickers and I had a couple orders, but it was just like all of a sudden it's gone. Yeah, something. Knife Center does have like the points back, but man, they've got, and I'll get lost looking at some high end stuff because they have got some crazy high end stuff.
I'll tell you a place, if you like real steel, buy directly from their site because they have a good rewards system. They give you points, and it doesn't take much to get $20 off or 20% off cashing in your points on a knife.
Kaiser does pretty good on that too from their site. They've got some points, and they'll hit some pretty good.
Wasn't that Mojave? Because if you're talking about Mojave, they're closing down.
I think so. Yeah, Tori knows what I'm talking about. It's slightly larger than normal hands. And I tell you, I've went off of his view a couple times, and he's pretty dead on. He's real fond of fixed blades, and but I was trying to look, and there is so much awesome stuff that come out of that damn SHOT Show. Watching them videos, there's some.
This has been a sweet little fixed blade.
That's a little CRKT action there, ain't it?
Yeah. This has been going out in the shop a lot lately with me. When I glue up blocks, this thing takes the excess glue off the edges really nice before I take it to the sander. But while you got my head going when you said fixed blades, I mentioned to you I got a guy I want to bring on as a guest. He's making Kydex sheaths for my axes. But being a Kydex, I asked him if he could make a ferro rod sheath. And I'm going to design ones that you'll be able to hook right into your existing holes on different sheaths and then carry either a regular size or a EDC right on your knife.
Man, that'll make it nice.
Yeah, the little loops it'll be a sheath that lets it stick right on there. And then for the big bushcrafters, Brits is talking about adding those to all of his larger ones.
Yeah, that's I've talked to Brits a little bit this week, off and on. He lost his father, so he's been
bad week for him this week.
Yeah, he
keep him in your thoughts.
Yeah, it's last week's guest. He lost his father last week, and they were pretty tight. I just been touching base with him, seeing how he was doing, but yeah, it's pretty tough to lose somebody that close. What was that? Oh yeah, this was one I saw in the SHOT Show stuff and thought was interesting. Get it pulled up. This little auto that Buck's gonna drop, the 839 or whatever, but that's a tough looking little aluminum handles. I know it's the 130, but I don't know. I don't own a lot of Buck, new Buck. Everything I've gotten is older, but that just looked pretty useful as a good fifth pocket carry. 1 3/4 inch blade.
I thought they already had one real similar to that. I think that's just a new blade shape.
Might be. I'm not sure.
I think that's their California legal auto. Or it because of the blade shape, or size, it's California legal.
Because you got the 839 and then the 838. The 838 has the longer blade on it. It's like 3. I think there was one other one.
I'm being good. I haven't got any of the new Kershaw's yet.
And then speaking of the man there, David DCA, this is his fixed blade that he designed with MKM.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean 160, but it is Magna Cut, and I like that blade shape, man. It's got the Nesmuk.
It's slightly Nesmuk. I knew they were going to call it that.
Well, if you've watched,
it's weird how such a small hump now up front is getting called Nesmuk.
Yeah, it's used to it had to be like damn near a humpback whale.
Well, the reason what that is meant to be is a spoon. The guy used it as a spoon in his kit to eat.
And there's no way you're not using that as a damn spoon.
That's a Nesmuk.
Here, let me flip you up. That's a pretty good size hump there.
He would use that back hump as a spoon. Yeah. Nesmuk is actually a whole... That dude is like the forefather of bushcraft.
Olive wood. I'd probably go with micarta. There's a bunch. There's a couple Benchmades, but I was kind of hoping Brent was going to be on here because I wanted to talk about that because he was a big fan of that Quibbit in the Civivi where it had that little like bottle opener deal when it was closed. Well, they did away.
Yeah, that's the only reason I didn't buy it. I didn't like that at all. Was when seeing that little notch there when it's closed.
Well, see, the Civivi or the Wii version does away with that.
Yeah, I don't. Look at the price tag.
Yeah, it's 20 CV and titanium. So I mean, it's once it's got Wii on it, it's going to about 200. But come on, you got to say it. I mean, the Stonewash blade and the titanium, that is a good looking knife. Dragging you down this hole with me, Brian, or B. I mean, you got to come down here with me and B. Too many B's in my brain right now. That is a good looking blade. That is definitely on the trade radar. I'm not buying it, but it's definitely on the trade radar. And then I was hoping I'd find that new case because I've seen it in the videos, but I haven't seen it on a website anywhere. That new the new case knife. Because they've got some flippers that are coming out that are modern line locks with like my card on them, bolster look. And Lord, we're really out of our world now. Many Adomises. And yeah, these damn $300 CRKTs are. Man, at some point there'll be a surplus of some damn Jack Wolves because it looks like they're on everything now. But and that's the big thing for next week. I'm definitely going to get in line to hit that Devo knives and get the man. It's worrying me because I think everybody's shooting for.
Yeah, I think it's going to be just like the damn growler, how it was gone.
Yeah, and then I'm afraid because everybody's going to be wanting the.
Well, no, you just stopped. We froze.
Had a damn message to answer. Somebody being impatient. I definitely don't want to get lost out on the copper fiber. I mean, that's I think that's the one everybody's going to be going after. I really do. Hearing people talk and seeing comments here and there, yeah, that's going to be the one everybody's. I think that's what everybody's going to be hitting on. That damn trade post is wearing me out. I should have waited and done that son of a bitch tomorrow or something.
Blowing your phone up, huh?
Yeah, it's going berserk. And people can't wait 5-10 minutes. Like sometimes. Terry uses DLT and White Mountain knives. I've looked on DLT a couple times. REC's got some stuff. Knife Joy is it's pricey. Etsy's got good knives on it. What's another one I've looked at and been like, the one that everybody gets the Chinese stuff off of.
Timu?
Huh?
Timu?
I think that's one of them. They make me
AliExpress?
Yeah, AliExpress. That's it. I can't put my credit card in there. It makes me nervous. I'm like, no, you're gonna get ripped off. AliExpress, it just makes me nervous. But if you want to buy two sons or something like that, AliExpress is the place to go. But when I first started looking, all the two son knives were like $100 and down. Now you go to look, two son knives are like, some of them are like $200 to $300 for some of these two son knives. I don't know. I mean, because everybody talks about it with their blades still being soft. You don't want to spend that kind of money on something that's got soft blades still. But they do have some some really good looking design work. I don't know. There's one I've been trying to find in the secondary and cannot. I'll show it to you, B. Show it to you. I like that slip joint with the copper and the titanium together.
That's pretty cool looking.
And but cannot find. I am not going to order it off of the site. I just can't do that. But M390. So then I worry, is that steel soft?
Probably a bit, but on a slip joint like that, I don't think you're going to be using it on anything that's going to tax it too much.
Oh, you know me so well. Man, here, I guarantee you this. I have to bring this back up. No. This is funny. I saw it just as I clicked away and I hit the wrong button and evidently quit sharing the screen. This is it. Do you think this is a clone?
That looks legit. Holy crap.
That is awesome. It even gets better. It's a Kershaw 1812 dividend, but it's N690 and CPMD2. That is I'm pretty sure that's some clone action there, sir. I'm almost willing to bet on that one. I have to ask the guys in chat if they believe that one. $10.
Well, if
I saw that on that page, I just had to click on it just to, because
if Kershaw has legitimately sold them enough that USA made dividends that they can sell them at $10 a pop, then they just totally destroyed their own US market of what, 70 to $110 dividends, because why the hell would you go anywhere else to buy them?
Yeah,
So I'm pretty sure those are clones.
I would say, I mean, that's a definite price drop there. I saw it like out of the corner of my eye. That's what makes me so nervous about buying anything. And I hate to say, but Amazon's almost as bad.
Well, the unfortunate reality is it's a Chinese made product that's a clone of a USA made knife. And for that $10, it's probably just as damn good.
That is sad, but yeah, I've seen.
Well, you got to think about it. You know, what can be made over there now in the quality they're producing, and it's nothing for them to, once they have that design, to make a quality knife and just stamp what they want on it.
Yep, and that's the good, because I mean I've seen some of these videos if you dig into YouTube where somebody's gotten a clone and they test it and the HRC comes out good and they're the edge is holding well and they're like what do you do at that point when it is titanium, it is a good decent steel, it's man, that's got to hurt somebody's feelings. And that's why I steer clear of Benchmade so much in the trading, because there is, a bug out. Good Lord, there's so many damn clones of them, and they're hard to tell apart.
940s, bug outs, all of them.
So, what was it? I had a buddy bought a Microtech. Is it that Gavicon or whatever? That's the black and it's got the side and the top. He bought one at a pawn shop and got it for $90 and was just all beside himself about this awesome OTF. It's a Microtech, and he was showing it off the house. I was like, man, I don't think that don't look right. And started looking, and yeah, it's a damn clone. He was just beside himself because hell, you can buy them for like $30.
These you got to watch out for too.
Yeah, those are getting. Man, there was one on the secondary. I tried for a little bit to get that. He had big aluminum scales, and those look good with the aluminum scales on them that are fluted.
The titanium scales that you can get from Original Goat are the way to go. But I think I'm going to try and make my own with something.
Well, I mean, have you seen what some of the prices are for them scales on Etsy that somebody's usually making? Because I mean, they're like $150, $200 for a set of scales out of some decent carbon fiber. Because I was looking for some Manix 2 scales.
For this knife, maybe not as much on some of the other ones, but those are big, thick slabs. And if you're looking for something like a carbon fiber or an 80s, anything like that, just the material alone is going to be expensive.
Hell, I was looking at like Manix 2, and it was going to be like $150, $170.
Well, I can tell you one thing. they're not giving away that material for cheap.
No.
It's one of the things that's holding me back from doing this one is I want to do it in something, kind of crazy, and all the materials I find, they're just jacked up in price.
Here it is. I found it on Etsy.
Bring it up a minute. I'm going to go get a drink.
Share. So I'm not sure about this Kernite stuff, Kernite. How tough is that Kernite? I mean, it looks good in the pictures, but how's that going to be for? Because, man, them things look good. And Terry, I know you're on here. You know which one I'm talking about putting them on. It would look good with that blade. But are they tough? Are they going to hold up well? Are they going to scratch? I don't know.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah, but man, $140.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I haven't messed with that Kernite stuff, so
I think it's pretty durable stuff.
Man, it's got so much depth in it in the video and pictures and shit. It looks good. And I'm not even a purple fan, but that looks good. That Joker.
I love purple and green together.
And I mean, there is quite a bit of these scales that I was looking at real hard and heavy. And I think, because I mean, you're talking the same price for the fat carbon as you are that. I think the other one was the toxic green, Kernite. Am I saying it right? Or the lava flow, but I mean, you're $140 in on any of these. This one I thought was entertaining. Now that will look good on the Mannix. Did that not share the damn? Yeah, no, it didn't. Now you can see it. Shit. Hell, I was wandering off in my own fucking world. But yeah, this is some glow in the dark. And I'm guessing it takes a good UV light or something, to charge it up. But then, man, that stuff pops. I got to look good on the Mannix, too.
That stuff's just cool all around.
He comes with pretty good reviews and stuff. Man, I think I need them. And look, he supplies screws because the scales are a little bit thicker. So then that's just going to give you a better handle geometry.
Means they're probably better contoured.
Yep. I mean, look at them, boy. The PM2 jokers. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford to buy a new knife for the fact of buying damn scales.
You got limited that time you went on the run with the winch clips too.
Yeah. I'm telling you, you get down the rabbit hole of scales, clips, and screws. And Lord, I can't afford nothing comes on Metaballs. I've got a set that I traded, that's on the smock. Lord, some of them. There's a set on the damn knives on the secondary on Instagram for that shaman. I was looking at real hard and heavy, but hell, was $200 just on the damn scales. I just, man, hell, by the time you take a $200 knife and put $200 scales on it, you'll be hard pressed to turn it over as a $500 knife to somebody.
Oh, no one will see that as the value.
No, but if you go down and get in some of these groups on Facebook, some of these other fellers, they'll know what I'm talking about. There are people that think that if you put $100 set of scales on it and $40 screws, that you add that to the top of whatever the table value is on the knife, and ta-da, it's a $400 shaman or $500 shaman, and it's you don't.
Okay, but then it's used, so you take half off.
Oh no, not trade value. If it's still new in the box, trade value is what the table. Now, if you're selling it for cash, is a whole different animal. You lose your ass when you sell it for cash. Man, I'm about out of ice. They are, I know they're in here. There's a bunch of them chat. But sent that Asher over to Stabby. She's supposed to be sending it to Casey and G-Ball eventually. Man, I almost want to put this beast up against one of them off grids. I think it's that kind of tough. Feels it. Trying to think. I think I hit everything new. Except for that Beztech I traded in
Oh, that's a nice.
Yep, by Bua. It's named after like a crocodile. Yeah, it was.
That's a chunk of steel.
Yeah, it's kind of plain until you really start looking at it. It's got a lot of milling to it. Beztech. It's interesting within itself. I mean, I saw it on the trade and it's like, hell, I ain't done that one. I'll take a look at it. I like it so far. Feels it's another one that might be a good user. We'll see. I don't know. M390.
It looks like a tank.
Yeah, but it is Beztech. And I'm not exactly the spine whacker. I mean, it looks like it's locked up solid. Feels like it.
I've only had budget ones, but the ones I've had, they've passed the spine whack.
I did. I was sitting today, or the last couple of days. I was sitting there looking, and I started to get everything out, all the knives, and thought, man, if I could just sell all of them and start over again. I don't know why I had that thought. But then you know, I get that thought where I'm gonna actually move something. Look, you just thumbs up too, just sitting there flicking. And I don't know if anybody else does it, but you'll get one out that you haven't had in a while, and you're like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna get rid of like this one, a wee banter. I'm gonna get rid of that one. And you flick it a couple times, and you're like, man, this is a pretty good little blade. Yeah, I can't get rid of that one. I like it. I remember when I was dyeing it. Then you sit there and carry it around the house for a little bit. Yeah, you can't get rid of it.
Yep.
Oh, that was the other thing I got. That made me think
I've been flipping this again. The Nova. Such a good knife, but it's like you said, put it away for a while, forget about it. Next thing you know, it finds its way into your pocket for a week or so.
Well, see, that's what I did with the Conspirator. And I got it back out and was carrying it. And then I was like, man, I do like it. And then I got to looking, and this is those unlocked composite scales with backspacer. And
yeah, that's nice.
It breathed new life into it. They're not really that much lighter or anything. Feels better. I think this has got that. If I can catch that pattern, you can kind of see it's almost that circular pattern milled into it. And I mean, it catches grip great. But yeah, it's a new one now. But that's that Civivi button lock. You can fidget that forever. I mean, it's.
You gonna get the new Chevalier in aluminum? Chevalier?
Yeah, I was.
I won't. I've got the micarta, and I love micarta, so I'm good on that. But
Well,
I know G-Ball loves this thing, the new aluminum ones.
I was thinking about it. I'm kind of interested in that new Civivi, the Cavis. You seen that?
I don't know which one that one is. I might have seen it. I just don't know. The name isn't popping up in my head.
That's
interesting blade shape.
Yeah, that's not the cat. It's Chaviro. Chiro. 14C, $59. It's supposed to come out next week. Kind of was thinking about it for a minute. You know, that blade shape looks mean, but I bet it fits good in your hand. Reversible clip.
I'd be interested to know what you think if you get that, because that blade, the handle just does not look comfortable to me.
I've messed with them enough now. I think that's one that will look that way and then turn around and it fits good in your hand. And then you got the Errant, which is new. And it's pretty much just a plain.
See, now that handle shape and everything about that looks more appealing to me than that other one. But then they lose me with the 9CR. That was
Yeah,
14C.
yeah, the other one's 14C for what? If you go with G10, it's $20. I mean, 14C is well worth $20.
Damn, that sucks. I like that other design.
Those are. Let's see what's under new. What's under new? Canary.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, but I mean that's that CR8 MOV, ain't it? Yeah. Kershaw uses a bunch of damn 8CR too.
Yeah, I know.
I need a buck 110. I've got an older one that Peppaw handed down to me, but I won't carry it. I'd hate to get a mark on it.
Probably already marked up if your grandpa was carrying it. But
Yeah, it's been sharp.
I know what you're saying. You don't want to mark over his marks.
Yeah, I mean it's set to where I don't, it was his. Don't want to put no use on it. That that new Kershaw Wharf looked like it might be a little interesting, but I think it's got 8CR too.
I like that Gorilla right there from QSP.
That's 14C for $65.
Yep, and that's a big chunk.
Green,
but then again, just like I said with that other one, I'm not sure I like the way the handle looks. I don't like those little finger groove points that they try to put to force your hand in certain positions.
Yeah, they only work if your hand just naturally falls in it. I want that damn Megaron Elgar, but I just don't want to spend the money. I think it's just got the nastiest looking blade on it.
Yeah, that thing's sweet looking, but it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, it's just to try it out and not know. I keep hoping I'll run into one at the in the secondary. That's where I just like to find everything. Are we missing anything in chat here? Nope.
It's quiet. No one's saying nothing.
No, there's just a bunch of damn lurkers tonight. All those Mech Force knives are dropping, which it's expensive. Boy, I mean, those are high end.
I'm excited for that Dust Devil to show up from Kubi.
Yeah,
6 point.
Yeah, I think even Lefty was talking about. I guess he ordered one. I still think, man, that the little buddy from Asher. I like.
His new fixed blade. He's got both of the ones he's got now look good, and they're not bad price for what you're getting. $110 for that knife.
Yeah, well, the Asher little buddy is $115.
Okay,
but that's S90V and G10. In your choice of black or coyote. I mean, G10 and S90V, you cannot go wrong for $115. And
what's up, broken ass?
Yeah, the Asher Fixie is down to 110, and it's S90V also, so it's all about blade shape on
Yeah,
that.
that's the one I was looking at. I almost pulled the trigger on that.
I think, and the handles are contoured.
It's probably super comfortable.
I guarantee it is. I almost guarantee. And it's got enough swoop back that it looks like when it's in the pocket, it would be it wouldn't be in the way when you're reaching into your pocket. If you had something in front of it. Man, that one's pretty nice. I kind of like the little buddy better. But I'm waiting. I'm hoping. Rumor has it. Seen some pictures here and there that there might be one of these coming with a worn on it. Little sheep foot worn. Or yeah, I think it was a sheep's foot looking blade. Now that would be on. The silver twilled carbon fiber with a Warncliffe, I think it was a Warncliffe blade.
Yeah, I think you should just get rid of that one. Send it to me.
I just cannot. I like that one. It gets carried as bad as I'm real careful with it. But yeah,
That's a keeper.
It definitely is. It's just one you enjoy having. I've got a bunch that are, but my favorite keeper, and if I ever find another one, is the Nomad. That is probably my most favorite user. Is that M390 titanium line lock? Man, slicer it again. I can hear this bunch in here carrying on across in the kitchen. I think
Doug's got a party going on in the background.
I think Mama's drinking wine. Broke AZ.
Someone's giggling.
Yeah, I hear somebody in there carrying on. I think they're wanting to play Uno. I play competitive hardcore Uno. I mean, I'm very I'm the scout at the table. I'm watching to make sure we're going the right direction. Somebody's got to be in charge of Uno. You can't just leave it up to whoever. They'll forget.
Uno Master Doug.
I'm pretty good at it. You got to pay attention. I was come to think about it. I got the green one out. The blue one has not been out of the pouch in a while. It sits in the pouch in the backpack. That's where it graduated to retirement. It sits in there with that red. What is it? The Watuga?
Oh yeah. Simcoe Watuga.
Yep. It sits in there with it. That's just like if I don't know, I got separated from everything else and I had the backpack. I've got that little pouch with everything in it, the fire starter and all that little bit of here and there. Yeah, that's still one of my favorite knives, and I know of 4 or 5 people that got them for Christmas off of recommendation, and they're carrying them and love them. There is a Kentucky State Trooper that's carrying one now. This is his regular everyday carry.
Yeah, it's a crazy good knife.
For the money, yeah.
I have not seen the Max Ace Neptune. Broadcast, I was asking if Says he can't put it down.
I think I know the one he's talking about. Yeah, that's that new OTF. That is
Jimmy asked about the Bel Air. I'm all in on that Bel Air, but I'm actually holding out because I want to see what someone comes out with a dealer exclusive. I know I'm going to like the blade. I'm all about the Magna Cut. I just don't know if I love that nickel finish on the scales of the main one.
No, I mean Max Ace dropped this. It's an OTF knife that aluminum. Got these inlays and some great blade shapes, and they're saying the action on it is as good as Microtech.
What's the price on those?
$108.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not a crazy price tag on it. I cannot remember what blade steel it was, and
Doesn't it say?
it doesn't sound on Max Ace site. They're weird about the what they put on there.
Broadcast, what's the blade steel on that Neptune?
I'm trying to look.
He can't put it down. He knows what it is.
Oh, Lord, I brought it up in a different language. In German for some apparent fucking reason. Could not translate the page.
SLD Magic?
I thought that was like the... That's what it does. That's what it says. SLD Magic. So what in the hell is...
I don't know. Never heard of that one. That's new to me. He says it's a modified D2.
D2. Yep, that's what I was looking at here. Evidently, Spyderco has used it at one point. It's a composition, secret proprietary blend of cold work steel with at least some connection to D2. So it's cold work steel.
Sounds like a good strong blade for an OTF.
Let's see. I think I got the breakdown for the people that would care. It's...
Well, son of a bitch. Another knife to put on my fucking list.
So, SLD, you want it between a 60 to 62 HRC, wear resistance an A, surface treatment's an A, toughness is a B, machinability is a B plus, heat treatment's A, and wieldability is a B. So,
that's all good for makers, but what's the rating on?
as I was flipping on through to see where it gave something like edge retention, or look like it's a great steel for like you said, for machining. Man, there's a lot of damn specs on this. Yeah, the last thing I need to do is dive down a rabbit hole trying to look at.
He says that Max Ace thwacks hard too when it comes out. Yeah, Jimmy, I don't know about the MKM Yipper, but if I know I will own a Bel Air sooner or later, whether it's those nickel scaled ones or a dealer exclusive. I'm hoping a dealer exclusive does like a black carbon fiber or something. That would be badass.
There'll be
on that Bel Air.
something.
Or sooner or later, someone will do it with like green aluminum. That'd be cool.
It'll get something, and as soon as you buy one, bam, it'll be it'll be the one you want.
I am going to get the Iridium sheep's foot right away when that drops.
I've seen that on some of the lists. It's supposed to be pretty cool.
I've seen it, but every place you see it, it says it's a pre-order.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see the ZT Duralock is what I'm wanting to see, like something like the 0350 with the damn Duralock on it.
Oh, that'd be badass. They need to start pumping life into the ZT like that.
Oh yeah, look, they might like bring back because they did the Magna Cut 0350. If they brought back some of those standard or some of those legacy models, because Benchmate's doing it too. They brought back the the 740? Is that right?
Yep.
40. They're bringing it back. The first, axis lock.
Dude, it is ridiculous how good this knife is.
Man, I want that Neptune now. I was wanting another OTF. I haven't had one for a minute. Broke AZ. You need to message me and we could just do some swapping on something maybe.
He just said he can't put the thing down. He ain't going to trade that to you.
Oh, man, that's just today. Tomorrow's a different story. Tomorrow's a whole different story. That's how I am. I mean, I love this right now. But tomorrow I might want something else. What do you think about putting the glass ball in them? Have you seen that mod?
I've heard of it.
No dice. He loves that thing. Oh, I'll buy my own. Hey, what blade have you got, Broke AZ? Do you have the dual-sided serrated or like the single-sided or the just
put them all up so we can look at all three of the versions.
Point. Let's see here. Which blade you got? Broke AZ. The single edge. I don't know.
I like that single edge, but I might even do the serrated on an OTF.
Yeah,
I'm not a serrated person at all, but on an OTF like that, I think it's kind of cool.
It's gonna suck to stick somebody with that bastard. It's definitely going to be a hard wound to close. I just don't know, man. I saw that on, I think it was a fly tail.
That single edge is sweet. It's kind of like a Tonto.
Yeah, but it looks like it rounds up a little bit. Well, there you go. What it is I'll buy one with the serration, the dagger, and then we can trade. But you'd have to put something in on it to get that one. But looking at the Flytanium, and they sell that glass ball. So you get the steel one, you can get a ceramic, and then I saw the glass. I just wonder if that's going to change the sound.
I think so.
I don't think I'd want to hard use it with the glass ball in it.
I don't know. You'd have to really. It's so protected inside there, and solid piece of glass like that is a lot stronger than you would think.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. I just didn't know. I wonder if anybody else had done it, but I wondered if it would change that sound or what it was, because the difference between a ceramic, a steel, or a glass bead in there.
So there's a guy that does glass beads locally. I told you about this. I put this lanyard on this Atlas way back to see if they would hold up. And these things are way tougher than I thought they would be.
I kind of like them. Those
yeah, they're pretty. Oh, he's got so many different styles, dude. I've got a bunch of them put aside. I've added some on Ferro rods. And they have a unique sound. You know,
I was looking for some wood ones at one point because I thought they would have a good sound on them. And I noticed that the aluminum handle, the beads I had were scarring up my handle. So I was hoping like the wood wouldn't do it as bad. Man, there's a lot on that Max Ace site. It's pretty new and interesting stuff, but some of that Max Ace gets pricey quick.
On my Glow Rhino from that Terry ended up doing, that's a glass bead.
That's a good look. I like that knife all the way around.
Yeah, it's a snappy little sucker. I like it.
Oh, there was one other thing. Did anybody else see the big Valentine's Day sale for Concept?
I have not.
This,
but if you want to buy me something, Doug, you can be my Valentine.
They have got some 50% off, I think, in there.
Holy.
Some 40s and
if it's one of those nasty colored Corvids right there, I'm not interested.
Yeah. That's a deal right there. The EDC button lock, titanium, and G10 for $69. That's a deal. That was a good little knife.
Go big screen.
Huh?
Get us off of there. Put it up just. Go up a little bit. I think it's the one just above the orange one.
The mini,
like $44.
154 CM.
Yeah.
Brown micarta.
I like that one. Ooh, I like that. And I like the one next to it too for $39.
Yeah, it's 14
That front flipper?
No.
Man. I like both of those.
Yes, sir. It's a front flipper. What's this one with the hot green there? That is a
Yeah, I
green
like that.
aluminum. That's aluminium for $39.
That's pretty cool, but I'd have to go with the one of the micartas.
I knew it.
I love aluminum, but I am just a sucker for micarta.
Kind of like that Warrior. It's 105.
All right, keep going. Let's see what else they got that I can't afford to buy because I'm.
Oh wait! Here is a Goblin XL.
There you go, Doug. That's not a bad deal. S35 titanium.
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually a really fucking good deal.
Fuck, that one sold out too. Damn, that's the one I'd want though. Look at that. Damn. But could buy this one and send it to Terry.
Go to the all black one.
That one would look pretty good, brassed out with some black, the black and brass on it.
Yeah, if I could get a replacement pivot and some gold brass screws,
you would be in the money on that one.
Oh, but look at that one. That one's 198. They're not giving
it out. That's why it's not even on there.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one was sold out too.
Yeah, that hurt my damn feelings there.
I do like that black and titanium like that reverse tux look. That would go really nice with my V1 mask.
That costs pretty much the same as the damn.
Oh, dude, do they have any of those the Main Street crossbar locks on here for sale?
I haven't seen one yet. They were all standard. There's another page. Hold on, let's see what page 2 has in store. Man, that Lucky Star knife, I kind of like it. Let's see. No, sir, you're out of luck on that one. They're selling the Halloween stuff for clearance on. But, man, $41 for the orange with the skull in it. 14C. Kind of like the Bevy slip joint, too. There's some deals in there for a little bit of. Man, that Goblin, I bet I'll probably, my luck is I won't buy. It'll be like that time I didn't buy the Sin off of Best Tech Black Friday, and now it's like double the price.
Ooh, those
Huh.
Hey, what's up, George? Brits is in the house.
Hey, how's it going? Look, because, man, I just... Because they might have missed it earlier. That thing is sick. and I'm loving that action on it.
The one we were looking at was the XL, right?
Yeah.
And that he said that's just the Goblin, so it's even bigger than that.
Yeah, that's where I gotta. Yeah. So the XL is blade length's 3.5 inches. That's the XL. I'm almost bet. Yeah. So this is the Goblin XL.
Okay, so that is the size of the one we were looking at.
Yeah. Blade length's 3.5. Overalls 8 and almost 9 inches. And let's see here. Yes, sir. This is the Goblin XL. With, man, I gotta look at it with fucking old people. Yeah, it says right here on the damn blade, Goblin XL. And this one is S35 VN. Man, yeah. And it's a guillotine. It'll take your damn finger off. And it rings. Is that a little ring? Son of a bitch. Yeah, this one's going to, I'm going to have to message him. I have to message him and see if he wants to trade that one. I think that one needs to stay in the broke ass EDC collection. It goes good with the Atlas. They look good together.
How far do you got to go to get to the airport?
Lord, he's down there. He's probably gonna drive half a day. Yeah.
Three hours, he said.
3 hours.
He wants you to pull out your Spartan Harseys.
No, I don't even have a Spartan, let alone.
Oh, come on. We know you're holding out.
No Spartans here. Look, the thing about the Spartans, because I looked at one real heavy and I like the looks, and they're customized out this damn world. They're beautiful looking knives. But I picked up one at that show, and the action was like, there weren't no flicking. It was just all the way through. You had to roll it, physically roll it.
I guarantee you those are on washers, and that after a while it was breaking.
But it was, yeah, but for the price tag that's sitting next to it,
those washers would break in and be glass, dude. And you just said it. All the customizing and work they do on those scales.
Yeah, I mean it's the whole game there, but it was just, I don't know, it just didn't scream. I mean, I would buy a Maverick Customs first. You know, if I was going to buy one of the Customs, because I mean, I picked it. The action just felt better right on the table, in my opinion, or one of them damn Curtis's. Some of those were just slick, and they were on washers. But to each his own.
I'm starting to make a list and trying to stick to it and go down it. There's so many damn wants I want, but man.
Yeah, and he's right. It's not made to be a fidget knife. Spartans aren't. They're a hard use knife.
Oh yeah, they're a beautiful but hard use knife.
They're not.
A
They're
lot
not
like the
real.
Brits knife. You want some hard use art? Go check out Brits.
He's got
Although
some.
I have a feeling his books are closed right now. But
They'll be open before you know it.
yep, he's getting an XM18 this week. Finally, says it's his grail.
Yeah, I mean, it was talked about that. I mean, I've handled one and it had sweet action, but I had it for a minute and then had some great trade opportunities. So I took them, and I can't even remember, but it did. It felt good, solid. It was a good knife. I'll probably come across another one.
I have a feeling he's going to work the shit out of that knife compared to what you know most people do.
You'd be surprised. I mean, on the Hinder pages, you see some of the guys really work the shit out of them.
Oh, I know they can be, but I'm telling you,
For
I
the
have a
most part,
feeling.
they're safe queens, but yeah, there's some folks that really kick them around. It's funny how knife flicking will whip the thumbs up.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that the Damra folder because I think that's going to be a monster. But I think that's more on the lines of a Medford.
Yeah, that thing. Whew.
Jimmy's looking for somebody to reblade a bug out to grind out of Magna Cut. I'm not sure who's actually selling Magna Cut blades for that right now. I mean, it's Gersh Reblade. When they have them, but let's see, they got CP paramilitary. Because that's who I knew was making some. Holy crap! They got me looking at reblades for a
Did
pen.
you see the sketch that he shared with us on that? What he went with for the final dimensions on that Dharma folder?
Yeah, that thing is a beast.
Yeah, dude. That thing's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be a big boy too.
Oh yeah, that's why I was meaning it's that's where I was figuring it would fall on more of a more of in regards to a Medford. Man, I am just completely lost. I think I might have to go down this rabbit hole. Look at this. This is a nuts reblade for a damn PM2. You ready? You hold on. Hold on to your shorts. Look at that.
That's pretty cool.
Man, that looks pretty nasty in that PM2 handle. $300. But man, this is where I've went before to find some reblades. And
Nice. He said he ordered a new milling CNC and lathe combo specifically for reblades.
see, that's 940 bug out. Here's bug out Magna Cut for $170. Available right now. Here, I don't know if it'll let me. There's your bug out blade in Magna Cut. Little Warren action. USA made.
Oh, for the Dharma, yeah.
There you go, Jimmy Crow. There's a link to that Gersh there. I mean, it's $170, but I've had one of their blades in hand before, and it was a razor. It was on a
940.
940, yep. Man, I'm kind of intrigued, honestly, by a thumb stud on a PM2. Does that almost looks like a damn Ontario rat, don't it?
Mm-hmm. That's so crazy. It's almost like sacrilege to take the whole off of it.
It is, isn't it, man? I bet you get some hate mail. Anytime, Jimmy, man. Anytime. Look, does anybody in here think that that's sacrilegious to put a thumb-studded blade on a PM2? I don't know, man.
I'm fine with the thumb stud, but they also took out the hole.
Yeah, no hole. No hole. Wow. Man, I just almost want to get that just and put it on just so you can post it and see how much hate you get. Because you know the Benchmade guys would have something smart ass to say, and the Spyderco guys would also have something smart ass to say.
I wish they didn't billboard their blades so much. I get it; that's their business, and they want to.
Yeah,
but
it's kind of big.
Put it, like people do on the edge of the spine, like underneath where the flipper is, or I don't know.
I mean,
definitely stamp it. But
look what they did with that bug out blade. Josh said he's all for filling in the hole. I bet you.
Yeah.
Because look, man, yeah, get a bug out, buy that blade, then put the studded blade on the PM2, and then take a picture of them together, and you'll make everybody sick. There'll be people vomiting. But yeah,
they'll think you're from like an alternate dimension or something.
Yeah, that's definitely some cool stuff. And that Damascus steel blade is sick, but still, that's.
Should pull up Brits. Take a look at that before we're done for the night.
What all his are on the Insta.
Go to Instagram.
Because I think I'm damn near at the end of my rabbit hole. I'm running a little low on steam. Instagram is slow coming up, folks. Here. Bam. Here we go. This is the fellow we've been talking about there, Mr. Brits. He's currently
Bring up the frame lock diagram.
So the way I understand it, he's shopping around with some with Riot possibly to turn his fixed blade Dharma into a frame lock with a titanium frame and magna cut blade. And this thing's going to be, let's see, 92. 2.77.
So those dimensions are a little different than the one he sent us in the chat that he finalized.
The one there, you're looking at like a 3.65 inch blade.
Yo, G Bizzle, what's up, buddy?
So, and then 133.51.
He's building them in-house now, he said.
So you're looking at a 9-inch knife when it was open.
What's up, Todd?
So, I mean, it's going to be a big boy. 3.5-inch blade. That's cutting. That's cutting surface there. So, I mean, you're looking every bit of a 9-inch knife when it's open. It's going to be a big boy. And if those blades look anything like these are finished up, it's going to be a killer custom. And not to mention, and I drooled over this in last week's, is that like Spanish razor slip joint. That thing is disturbing. I need that in my life.
Yeah. Yep. Those things are sick.
Yeah, I need one of them.
That thing in a leather slip with one of my EDC Ferro rods gives me wood just thinking about it.
This is one of his the craft that's one of his larger like bushcrafting type knives.
Look at the work he does on those blades, guys.
Yeah, that's all. What was it he was saying? He was acid etching them himself.
Yeah, that's not lasered at all. He's doing that by hand.
That's hand.
What's up, Roman? What's up, Lemmy?
I think there was
someone else must have been on and got off because everybody's heading over, saying hi. Yeah.
Oh, no, we don't want everybody's leftovers. Where has Cheeto been this whole time? Because he come in and then he left, and there's G-Ball rolling in, which is, but there's rolls in Cheeto last minute. He was here and then he left, and then he comes back. Here's one of the big ones, and I think that thing's just a massive chunk right there of work.
That thing is badass with that casket grip.
He had to
drive against his arm.
Oh, that one hurt my feelings.
Didn't stab yourself, did you?
Thank God for the case. No, I didn't cut myself. I wasn't on camera for that one. Cheeto had to drive home. I officially apologize for being mean to poor Cheeto working on Saturday.
Cheeto, don't take any shit from him. Put him in his place.
I mean, it's pretty rough driving home from the truck stop, working his turn at the glory hole.
Hey, whatever he can do to try and get on your level, man.
He's got to make it look. No, if you pay attention to Cheeto's post, he's not hurting. I'm not rich like that.
See?
He is full.
He has to work Sundays too because he's not rich like you. See?
I've seen his pictures, and he has some. He's got some premium blades there that pop up from time to time. My favorite's probably that Samurai Jackknife, man. That thing, knowing he did all of that by hand.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the poor
I will continue to shout you out, dude. You do amazing work. That stuff.
Yeah, I've definitely I've got to get my hands on one of the Dharmas or Damaras. Definitely got to get my hands on one of them. And then
you wait around too long, and you're going to be getting one with the another Ferro rod.
Well, that's kind of my.
It's not going to be an option.
Oh, here was one of those. Yeah, there's another one of the big crests.
The crest is cool too, but show that cleaver that was next to it too. Those things are badass.
These, yeah, that was one of them that I thought was. And then the other one that had the finger hole in it was another. Did you ever see these?
G-Ball, you got a link in that chat if you want to jump on, but it's up to you. Doug, you got a rich uncle?
Who? Why in the hell does Cheeto come up with this shit? I'm from Kentucky. I can't even pronounce that name.
Well, just give it a shot.
Austrian, it's Uncle von Bottenham.
Bowington, I would say. Von Bowington.
I don't.
Yeah, look at the work on that.
He's got some GECs. Nice. I've seen them, and those ain't cheap. Anytime a slip joint comes in a tube, my slip joints come in boxes and pouches. I don't have no tube slip joints.
G-Ball saying the Rhino V2 from Off-Grid's a must.
Yeah, man, it's I don't know, man. I just saw the leather work on that sheath and thought that thing was sick. And then the usefulness of being able to have that finger grip on that big blade. But yeah, y'all got to slide over and check out Brett's blades. If you haven't, you need to give him a follow. He's in South Africa right now, but he is soon to be rolling up into the States. and he's going to be over here, and won't be long. He'll be able to Boogington. And it won't be long. He'll be stamping American flag on his blades. It's like we're starting live all the way over at the beginning. So he's there in the chat. We throwed a link to his Instagram up there. It said his books would be open in about a week. And hit him up, folks. I'll also throw his link in the description if you're watching this later on, if you had to work, because some people have to work for their blades. But
not all of us have that bougie uncle Bougieton.
Yeah, my rich uncle from Austria. You know, let's see here. I'm looking at something real quick. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. So, share this tab. We're fixing to get a little ugly. Look at this. Does that look bougie?
He got that. He was popping tabs. He got that on the secondary with thrift.
But that's my whole game.
And then that thing's badass. That's on my list. That's Keith the Knife Freak. And then he went and got the Lancelot leather even. That's exactly what I was planning on having. I wanted a Warncliffe from Keith. And he's got that walnut handle.
Oh, he's even appling. Oh, look at him cutting an apple and all. Look, he's so well to do. He's just cutting apples up for no reason. He ain't even eating them. There's some poor Somalian kid starving. And here's Cheeto just cutting up fresh fruit for the hell of it.
Night, Jimmy. Have a good night.
Hell, we got to throw it up there. Might as well. Talking about him. He got that apple out of the trash. If you're in here and you have not followed the great Cheeto, Bandito, Big Trouble in Little Cheeto, Cheeto Rama, my Cheeto has a first name. Go over and give him a watch. He drops some pretty good videos from time to time of his great stuff. Look, he's got some of the best damn sheaths I've ever seen, though. I mean, come on, that is a great slippy right there.
Look at that Clydesdale too.
Yeah. He's hardcore. He's got the Clydesdale rocking. He's a Clydesdale. I see his Chavez hiding in there, popping out. But yeah, he's got definitely some of the sweetest Hank game going. I mean, he's got some serious Hanks. I give him that. And he does like his slips. I'm waiting for the Cheeto sticker or patch. Britt said he's going to send me loves that sway back. So I got to keep the Insta open. There's some messages coming. Sent me a couple. Oh, great. Ah, shit. Hold on. I have to take them off my phone and send them back to myself. For some reason, if somebody sends it to me when I'm on, it's just fucked up how the computer won't handle pictures.
You still in here, G-Ball?
All right, let's see if that works to bring them up. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So it won't let me blow them up. I'd have to put them on something else, but here we go. Here's some pictures. See, you can't really. It will not let me blow them damn things up at all. But showing the different sizes. So he's got the Dharma XL, the Curve, and then the 2.0. The 2.0 is the one that we've showed the most pictures of, and it's probably my favorite size. And then here's some more drawings of the beast of a folder that he has coming. And I think this thing is going to be a monster.
Yeah.
Just got to remember, you got to be able to reverse flick it.
Now I was just going to show you this, G-Ball. I got this from Doug. It's one of the newer Rosecrafts. This thing feels like a workhorse tank, like the off-grids, if they'd stop billboarding everything. And it definitely passed the spine whack.
Can I pinky flick?
I mean, that makes it look small, but it's a chunker.
Brett, what's that? I might be able to pinky flick. Like, I don't think I got that move. No, I'll cut my finger, Cheeto. I'll cut my finger. I'll end up going to the emergency room because I got sharp knives. Pinky flip.
It's a good usable blade shape too, G-Ball. You'd like it. You can definitely do some chisel work with that front tip.
What did Cheeto say a second ago? I ran out of stickers, had to trade them to some Salvation Army workers for a Hank. Man, does that work? Man, Cheeto's just trying to bust my nuts, and I put his link up and everything. I'm going to play the victim now.
Doug, what was the name of this one? Or do they just go with the model numbers?
It's just the model number on this one.
It's the RCM017.
Yeah. I think it's like
and it is ARRPM 9 steel, which is a powder that seems to be pretty decent from all the knives I've had in it.
Yeah,
mostly CGRBs, but I do have one other Rosecraft, and that one has been really good. one's been a really good knife for the original Rosecraft drop.
So they call it the M8-11 on the website. It comes in green, white, and black. $64.99. G10 on the front, steel on the back. The RPM 9 Tonto blade, PVD coated. 3.2 inches on the blade. Weighs in at 6.8 ounces. 7.8 inches all the way open. It's an Andy Armstrong.
It's definitely not a lightweight knife.
Anybody that's wanting to go look at one, there's a link to it. The black one. But that new pocket monster kind of looked interesting to me the other day. I was looking at its Rosecraft.
I bet you it's probably like $50. What are these, like 59?
Those are $64.99, but you just got to find somebody that's got a
Discount code
or something. They're also White Mountain Knives has had them. So let me go and see. It might be at White Mountain. So if it's at White Mountain, you can throw Broke in there. Yes, sir. They're $64.99 at the cart. And if this damn internet.
I knew I liked the blade shape when Doug first showed it, and the action's really nice, snappy. But God, they just got to stop doing the billboarding.
You can snatch it from White Mountain Knives for $58.49 with code Broke.
Look at that! I was within $4. I said $54.
So that's free shipping, and I don't really think it just helps. It might help the channel. It helps you more. I don't really have no big ties with White Mountain. I exchange an email from time to time.
Yeah, Todd, I think you're spot on. I think they use CJRB as their OEM. Swags came from there, right? Wasn't she doing nice for CJRB before she went over to start doing stuff for Roseclaft?
Pretty much, yeah. Always got people coming in here looking at. And I like the Tarkanis pretty good. It was a good blade. And then the Pocket Monster is a decent looking knife. It's a Swags. Let me share that one.
Yeah, it's just like he said, Pocket Monster and the More My Leah are almost the exact knife.
And their slip joints are pretty good. The little Beaver Creek that I've got. It's they're. I just wish they would ease back, like you said. Take it easy, brother. Stay safe.
See you, George.
we said we are going to cut this one short. We're almost at 3 hours.
Well, everybody just showed up.
Well, man, Tito, me and Backpack have a trade that's ongoing right now, but he is possibly still at the hospital waiting for kid number 2 to pop out, his second in his lineage. And we haven't, but if Cheeto, you have something you want to trade, we could talk. Look, there's no way I would take one that small. Nope. Been there, done that shit. Nope. Done. If they can't make their own cereal, I don't want them. I don't want them. I think that beast, that folder that Brett's is in the works for is going to be it'll be a heavy user for sure.
I was talking to him about the Ferro rods, and he was saying he wants to send one when he gets a prototype done for us to beat the crap out of.
That's what sounds great, is he wants to send one over to have the hell beat out of it. I ain't as bougie as you.
Who are you talking to?
G-Ball and is not as bougie.
See that?
Even G-Ball's busting my nuts now. Look now,
if you got a pair of, he said if you got a pair of 3, he'll trade for a Dharma.
I don't have a pair of 3. I haven't got one.
Well, then you're out of luck.
I got a pair of 2. There's no way I'm coming off a pair of 2. I think I'm in love with it. I got a pair of 2. I got a Mannix I'm in love with. Let's see what else. What's up for trades here? I might trade. I got a Ware pup. I got a Ware pup in the box.
Yeah, you had to be talking to Doug there, G-Ball, because you're definitely more bougie than me when it comes to knives.
This thing is blacked out.
That thing's pretty cool.
It is slick. Clean design, minimum on the hardware. Fit finish is just clean. Got a little bit of raised collar there on the pivot. Minimal logoing. Some people could learn from this. Great action.
Some people. Who might that be? Who could possibly
if somebody's
learn from
this and they're like, I don't know. This knife, all you need that little bit? Well, no. I'm saying they wipe all of that off, do the RC pivot, and that logo somewhere on that blade, small, done.
Leave the maker mark with the number. I'm fine with that. Maybe make it a little smaller, and like you said, that cool RC crown type pivot, all done. I don't know if you did anything to this thing, but it's sharp too.
For a pair of toes. No, it come in the box like that. That's all it's done. That's probably about the second time it's ever cut paper.
Oh, it's cut a lot more than that. I've been using it. So
I can be bougie, but see, on the same table that I've got a Sparrow Strix, I've been flipping a Sim Cut. So and then I do stupid shit like buy a set of, I think they were like $60 scales and backspacer for a Civivi Conspirator. But man, it really made this thing. I've got to spend $13 and get one of those milled Civivi clips, the milled titanium ones, and this will be complete. But couldn't trade this one off because that was a Father's Day knife. Plus, there's some good looking Damascus.
the front chisel is even nice and.
Hey, look, Brian. You can tell he missed that part of the. Brian already brought that up, talking about that aluminum.
Oh yeah.
Look, Kevin, I agree. Tempest does some good branding. I mean, his stuff's not out the gate. You got the pivot. And I mean, this one's been acid washed, so it killed off. I think there was a little bit of a mark on it. On the blade, you had the small Tempest. And then on the it did the same thing on my pinion when I acid washed it. But I mean, all you've got is mostly that pivot and then that little bit up here. Simple. That's all you've got to do. You've got to do all that craziness on there. I think Ware does a good job of it. You know, you got your blade steel. You've got the maker's mark. Another one I like pretty good is MP does a great job with the branding because it's in that logo and the pivot, and then they let the design speak for what it is. Little blade steel down here in the bottom of the finger choil.
You just need some ferric chloride acid wash there, G-Ball. But you want to protect around where the bearings or the washer goes. You want to protect where the metal touches up to the stop pins, because acid wash is actually removing a little bit of material, so you can mess up the action. So take the blade out, clean it, and then take either nail polish or a paint marker or something.
I usually
paint inside the washer area and touch up the areas where you don't want it to get the acid wash, and then dip it into your ferric chloride, and you've got an acid wash.
Yeah, about 13 minutes. I think is what I usually do, 13, 14 minutes. And then you hit it with the clean water when it comes out, wiping it with the gloves. And then
and that's for like stainlesses and stuff. Todd just brought up some steels you can use vinegar.
Yeah, for like surgical or something non-stainless.
Well, this Mora, that's a vinegar patina right there.
Trying to see if I thought I had some pictures of where I had nail polished. Get some good acetone. Don't get you some good acetone. No.
Oh yeah, you gotta clean the metal really good before you touch the metal. So keep gloves on. You can get the ferric chloride right off Amazon, G-Ball, but it's kind of expensive for what you get. Make sure you keep it in a plastic container. Obviously, it messes with metal.
Jar.
You can make your own ferric chloride much cheaper. Buy muriatic acid at the hardware store and get a jar to put it in, glass jar that's open top or something, because you're going to create a reaction, and then get really good quality steel wool, your own stainless steel, and you put that in the muriatic acid, and it'll dissolve the steel wool, creating the ferric. So now you'll have the actual ferric acid. And then the only sketchy part is then you need to add peroxide, which is an endothermic reaction. So you want to be careful doing that because it gets hot. But I make my own ferric. I guess it probably is cheaper just to go buy the $20 bottle.
Yeah, I just bought it on Amazon and was done with it. Mixed up that one peanut butter jar and got the rest of it sitting up there. I've got my ferric acid and then my dyes, in glass jars. I
was a master chemical blender for 20 years, so when it comes to doing stuff like that, I just like making it myself.
I've yet to get my hands on. No, this is a Geek Vape. That's all I use is a bunch of damn Geek Vape shit. I've been a junkie on it. It's tough. It's been dropped a dozen times. It takes a pretty good beating. And Cheeto, I've tried. Mike Reese has a damn.
When you're doing the reaction, G-ball mason jar, because you want the glass to put the acid in, but you don't want to store it in that because that's got a metal top and it'll eat that up. So once you're done making it and mixing everything, then you have to store it in something plastic or poly. Like Doug said, empty peanut butter jar, wash it out. Plastic, that'll work. But you don't want to, if you're making it like I told you, you don't want to do it in a peanut butter jar because the heat from the endothermic will mess up that plastic jar.
I got a couple more pictures of slip joints from bricks. Okay,
nope, it won't eat the plastic. It reacts the metal.
Yeah, the metal, it don't want no part of it because most plastics are strong in certain aspects but weak in others.
Most acids are stored in plastic other than like nitric and stuff. Nitric is one of the few that'll eat up polymers. And even then, it's slow, but it will do it.
Man, yeah, it's. I don't think there's anything on God's green earth that nitric doesn't eventually eat away.
The one thing that's the funny thing is nitric, you can store it in steel.
Yeah.
So, yep, stainless steel is and then you need to have like heavy neoprene gaskets because it'll eat up anything else.
And them damn that high end like Teflon, I've used it a lot, is like to seal flange to flange with nitric piping.
No, what they ship it to you, G-Ball, that's a plastic polymer container. You're fine keeping it in that. The only problem is it's got a small opening, I think. Typically those bottles are tall, and you want a bigger container to be able to put the blade in. So just find a peanut butter jar, clean it, pour it all in there, and you don't want to have to keep transferring it back and forth. So that's why we were saying use a peanut butter jar.
Here's another view at a Brit slip joint from Brit's Blade. If this gets your motor turning.
That thing.
I will have. I know Cheeto's liking it. I know Cheeto wants one. He's a little slip joint junkie. I mean, look at this.
I can give you everything you want to know about acid wash there, G-Ball. So I'll hit you up in the chats afterward.
No, I haven't thought about that one, but yeah, you could use some plumbing pipes and stuff and make the big enough to whatever size blades you want to fit in it. You can go for some big stuff. But everything.
Yeah, the guys that do the large blades, they use PVC pipe, put a cap on it, fill that whole thing up, and then they can dip a whole blade in the ferret. I might be making more, G-Ball. If I do, I could probably ship you some.
See, that's the thing, Cheeto. I don't think he uses stainless steel in his slip joints. He was talking about it's some other steel he uses, and he uses them in the fixed blades also. He is not a big fan of stainless steel. So as more comes aware, and we'll have him back on the show once he gets everything settled and can get back into work and stuff, we'll have him come back on. But I can't remember what blade steel it was he uses, but he steers clear of stainless. He is not a big fan of the of all the super steels and this and that. He likes to keep it old school. It's stuff that he can work with because he's doing it all in a little bitty shop. In that one live stream where he walked out in that last one, when we were trying to figure out that our audio sucks, he, it's just a small shop he works in with just the straight up old school tools you can find. He's not hitting it with a bunch of new technology at all. Yes, sir.
He's in Africa, South Africa, but he's looking to move to the States as soon as he can.
Yeah.
Then it'll be stamped "Made in America."
Yeah, it'll be Brits USA. He can throw the flag on it then. But hell, some of his prices, like those Dharmas, I think he had them at $350, and I'm not for sure how long. But wait till his book's open. Tell him you seen it on this, and he was throwing like those scalpels in with it.
Yep. I told him we could hook him up on that too, because he was saying he's got a bunch of those scalpels, and it's a $50 knife. The problem is, from South Africa, it's $40 to ship. So I told him if he wanted you or I or someone over here, ship it in a bulk, ship a bunch of them, and then when he wants them going out, we can drop ship it.
That's fine. Yeah. I mean, I'll use Shipping Pirate or something. Get a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I'd pirate. I told him I'd pirate ship for him. So
look, he just corrected me. $250 shipped and sheathed. You're not gonna. I mean, you're not gonna beat that. That blade is not. He's just. It's a steal. It is a steal at those. Oh, look, he's done uploaded the images that I was moving around. Oh, he's even got better ones here. Let's see. And if you wouldn't mind, Brett, if you hear, hey, you know, if you've got to pull an extra shift at the glory hole, you know, if you've got to hook up with that big girl and get your slice of that tax return, you know, do what you got to do. But you got a badass blade. Yeah, there are some other pictures of them slips. Man, that one, I like that handle. And Brits, if you're listening, George, what is the blade steel you're using on them? Because I remember you had said something about moving away from stainless. And I'm telling you, man, look at these things. For $250 in a sheath, it's a steal.
1095. I thought it was 1095.
Yeah, that's what I was.
And he said he's going to do some in W2 soon.
I bet little Tito's got a little crunchy cheese.
He said he's going to work an extra shift at the glory hole. Oh, now he's going to be doing some in MagnaCut.
Honestly, I think I would want the one in 1095.
I like 1095.
I'm a fan of it. You take care
but
of it.
I wouldn't be opposed to trying one out in MagnaCut.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. If you use the 1095 and it's dull, I can get 1095 back razor sharp. I'm not
screaming.
I have not had which I haven't really sharpened MagnaCut yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a workout. You know what I mean? It's going to take some time and effort. It's not going to be just sit there and oh, you're good to go. You know, you're going to have to put some in them diamond on that work sharp is going to get a workout. We're at 10.
Won't be long. You'll have the option to be getting one of these with those things too.
Oh, look, Todd's got to pick a fight. He'd rather have AE belt. Well, I wonder how, but the how hard is it to get the AEBL down there in South Africa though? Now, the MagnaCut deal, it's 65-66 HRC. Isn't it the sweet spot 62 for it? See, his 1095 with his heat treat comes in at 62. And that gets
Plus, he does the Hamon to keep the spine softer. Yeah, it's done. It's done right.
That's above. It's more technical than I usually get. I am not the most technical. I know what I get on what I deal with in my hand and what they send and stuff and what I get a hold of. As far as some of that. See,
Oh, you know me, Todd. I love 14C2.
That's where it's just split.
Also,
it's all about who likes what your preferences are. I mean, 14C, you can't go wrong. It's a solid steel. But some guys swear up and down. Some of these old timers packing certain slip joints don't want no part of.
This 1095, I have put through more shit.
It's just like the surgical stainless steel on case, some of those. And of that, I can't get it to hold a damn edge. It just never wants to get that sharp. It'll get sharp, but it's just not slicing newspaper sharp. Now, is that error, operator error? It might be. .14C is one of the less visually attractive steels. Yeah, I don't. The steel wars is always going on. It's
different.
It's
as long as you know how to take care of the steel that you've got, they're all good. You can have a carbon steel. It's fine. You just need to protect it.
Little oil, little wax.
These Moras in the carbon steel that are going to rust if you don't do something to them. Throw them in the vinegar and patina it, and you have nothing to worry about.
That's exactly. The oldest boy uses them quite a bit for little camping and stuff, and they're tough. He bought the blacked out version, and I throwed a wicked edge on it for him. First throwed it in the vinegar, and then throwed a wicked edge on it for him, and he hadn't had no problems. He's just been wiping it when he was done, or he'll put a little oil on it and wipe it with an oily rag. Throws it in his backpack, and a month or two goes by, he whips it back out. Might have a couple little spots, but beast right there, the K-Bar BK9.
That is a tank of a knife. The BK9.
Yeah. But it's all on everything else. I mean, just like in the folders, everybody goes crazy over the different steels, and it does. And the fact that they're what, $12, $15 you can find them sometimes. They're a steal for a bushcrafting knife. I mean, it's The oldest boy loves them. He's got a couple nicer ones, starting to get into the nicer ones, but those are what he uses. I mean, like heavy use, hard use of them.
Yeah, these things. I've had this thing for probably 12 years. This one, and I have a few extra that I got that I barely ever touch, but I don't know why I need backups. They this is 1095. This old trade. It's a Griffin design. Uh, this one's in 1095, but they just re-released this one in AUS 10. If you want it in a stainless.
There's definitely a premium. Some old folks put a premium on some of this older carbon steel. But I mean,
well, it's tough as hell. The only thing you got to worry about is if you have corrosion issues and you have issues keeping it from rusting. But the oxide coating they put on this, even with it worn through, this thing doesn't rust. And if you do have 1095, I recommend Flitz ceramic spray. Spray that stuff on there once a year. You rub it in, let it kind of dry, and then wipe it off, and it leaves like a ceramic coating on it. I haven't had any of my D2 rust since I started using that.
That's the trick. If you lose it, if it gets stolen and it's gone, you're not that tore up about it.
Yep. There you go. Yeah, that'll even work. Olive oil, cooking spray, any kind of oils on it. Keep it lubricated.
I hope it's safe. What is it? I read that's good for kidney stones is it's a quarter cup of olive oil and a quarter cup of lemon juice. You mix those together and drink it.
Sounds like a great remedy.
It's delicious. I'm just letting you know. But man, I'm trying. I've had a couple of days. Last couple of days, kidney stones flared up.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, fucking kidney stones. Fluid film is a great product. Yeah, because I mean, you got to think it might have been a long time ago, but at one point in time, 1095 was a super steel. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, this 1095 is some bad stuff." It can't never get any better than 1095. You know,
this is a 1095 Damascus. I don't remember what the other one he had in it is, but
Cheeto, peace be with you, sir. Godspeed.
Take it easy, Cheeto.
Todd's throwing out. He got a F52 years ago. It was a 1095. I bet that's a good looking blade. 7-inch finger choke and a big fat hollow grind on it.
Yeah, Schrade was making some tanks in that SCHF line for dirt cheap back in the day. I've absolutely abused that knife, batoning it through things that it's ridiculous that you'd even try, and it didn't bend it, warp it, nothing. It probably is 15 and 20 there, Britt. You gonna call it a night? 3 hours, buddy.
I'm about to 3.5 hours, folks. We sat on here and babbled about all kinds of damn nonsense. Don't forget to go check out Tempest Knives. He has his drop on the pre-order. When we come in and look, there was only 2 of the blacked out versions left. There's still a handful of the others, but make sure to slide through there if you want one and check it out. And then the 8th, Devo is dropping the MASH V2.5. I know all of the Knifaholics are hoping to snag. One of us has already snagged one of these sweet ass 2.5s in the carbon fiber. Me and B here are hoping to.
Oh, none of us want the carbon fiber. No one wants that one.
No, nobody wants carbon fiber. The carbon fiber sucks. It comes in at 2.5 ounces. It's gonna be such a sweet, nice little carry. I mean, it might not be. It'd probably suck. So yeah, get in line for the flame titanium or the bronze. I think a little bit before that, if you slide over to
Britz is saying we got to get a new sponsor. He said because of us, he ordered a new iPhone. So maybe we can get iPhone to start sponsoring us, Doug.
Yeah, if I can get Apple,
we'll get him sales.
You talking about bougie?
We'll be getting some shit then. Fireworks.
Make sure, check out Devo and this MASH, the 2.5, the latest addition to the Devo lineup. It's not going to be a letdown whatsoever. I mean, I've yet to have one in my experience. Let me pull up the Tempest just to let everybody see it again real quick. Which most of these folks, hell, I'm familiar with y'all in the chat. Y'all are already rocking and know about them, but here's
one of my favorite little 1095. Nice.
You've got 3 versions of the Fractus: the Storm Cloud, the Blue Sky, and the Silver Lining.
Are there any Storm Cloud left?
There's still 2 Storm Clouds left. If I keep looking at them. And then there's quite a few of the Silver Lining and the Blue Sky versions. And these are concept, aren't they?
Yep. S90V, I believe.
S90V. And it's an 8-inch knife overall. S90V coming in at 58 to 60. There's a bunch of micro milling, as you can see in the picture on the. Let's see if the other ones show it. The gray shows it better. Yeah, a little bit. Bunch of sweet micro milling around the handles there. It's contoured out a little bit. He's placing the order by the 18th, and you should be knives in hand, looking to be mid-June or early June. So it's another banger coming from KC over at Knives Fast with his brand Tempest. And if you got a little coin to spend and you haven't bought one, there's still some microburst on the sites. Remember that Backpack is possibly in the hospital with his other half, and his second child should be on the way, and hopefully next week he might be able to sneak away while the kid's asleep and come on here and chat with us, because you know his life's fixing to be upside down with the little one coming. Go check out Britt's knives and take a look at some of his great work. And hell, I guess we're gonna call it a night, guys. Got anything else, Brian?
Nope. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Good talking to you. We were all over the place, but went pretty good for just a two-man show.
Yeah, they really let the flunkies of the Knifaholics rule the roost tonight. And here we are, 3.5 hours in, and I don't think we talked about anything that made sense.
Probably not. I mean,
that's the truth, Todd, man. Old backpack's fixing to roll on about 2 weeks and no sleep. None. It's hard.
it's going to be more than 2 weeks. I bet you the last 2 weeks he already hasn't slept much because he's all go.
Like,
you know, he's stressed about this happening. So I guarantee you. But
so y'all just keep your minds and throw them a message out and go by and follow Brits. Check out Tempest Knives pre-order and be ready for the mash dropping the 2.5 on the 8th on the Devo site.
Is it the 8th on the Devo or is the 8th the Blade Binge day?
I thought the 8th was on the Devo site.
One of the Blade Binge is the day earlier, and that's the all black with teal.
Yeah, available February 8th is what it says.
Yeah, and then so that means Devo's is on the 9th, I believe.
And I don't know if
from what Kev was saying on his live the other night, I believe that's what he said.
Ooh, and there's also going to be some hardware.
Todd's correcting me.
Just for you guys out there that love to customize, there's some bronze purple, blue titanium, black PVD, purple, and satin TI hardware that'll be available about the same time.
Nice.
And that's I'll throw that up there real quick. We'll say goodnight, folks. See here if I'm getting slower at my clicking. So you're going to get a back spacer and a couple pivot collars. So if you want to make yours a little special for an extra $25, hell, you're going to, use the code. I think it's Lefty or something. You have to watch his stream. He's got a code, and they'll knock a little bit off of it. And throw you some extra hardware on there. That way you can change it out. You're going to take the damn thing apart as soon as you get it anyway. Man, it's been real. Hope to see y'all next week with another bad.
Have a good one, everybody.
Stay sharp. Stay safe.
See you in the chat. Have a good one.
Balloons.